Hey guys, welcome to another review, and today we're looking at an older product. This product is still available, still for sale, but it was released some time ago. The M-Audio M-Track 8. Now the reason I got M-Audio to send me one of these over to check out is because soon we're going to be making a video showing you how to record your band in a rehearsal studio, right? And to do that you need an audio interface with 8 microphone preamps. Also, ideally, the interface needs to be USB, so it will be compatible with all laptops, right? So that how to record your band in a rehearsal studio video, that'll be coming soon. But in the meantime, let's check out the product itself. Okay? Here it is. As I said, 8 XLR or line level inputs, right? There's input 1 and 2 on the front. These are XLR inputs, but the big center hole takes a 1/4" jack input. So these are XLR microphone or jack inputs, right? Input 1, input 2, and then round at the back, input 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you've got 8 mic inputs, but these can be line inputs as well. Then there's your 8 line outputs on 1/4" jack. There's an additional copy of output 1, 2 here labeled monitor out. These are the main stereo left right out for the unit. These will feed your monitor speakers when you're mixing and recording. Okay. Then there's your DC input and there's your USB connector. Alright. In the box you get the unit, you get the DC power adapter, mains lead and a USB lead. There's a booklet as well. It should come with a copy of Cubase, I think, but this is a review unit, so it's been around the houses a bit. The copy of Cubase wasn't included. Okay, on the front, as well as the first 2 inputs, input 1, 2, mic line, we've got an LCD display that runs across the front there. When it's powered up, that shows your input and output level meters and everything like that. There's your level control pot for the 8 inputs to set the input level for each of the inputs. And input 1, 2 here, if you plug a guitar and a 1/4" jack into these, or a bass, input 1 and 2 can be switched to instrument level with this switch here, so that it sets these 2 inputs to the correct level to plug a guitar straight into your guitar modelling software in your Cubase Logic or whatever, right? So instrument level can be switched in for input 1 or 2 if it's being used with guitars. Over on this side we've got a standby power switch. That's the monitor control. That controls the level going to your speakers via the monitor output 1, 2 on the back. There's a mono switch to switch that to a mono output to check mono mixes, and there's a dim switch to dim down the level quickly. Right. Then here you've got your 2 headphone outputs, each with their own volume control. Okay. By default, with this switch for each headphone socket, the headphones take the same feed as the main monitor output, output 1, 2, but if you know how to use Logic, Cubase, etc. on a deeper level, you can set up an alternative stereo output, feed different instruments to that alternative stereo output on output 3, 4, and have a different set of instruments, or the same instruments but set to different volume levels, to set up an extra stereo monitor out. So one of the headphones can be switched to, or both can be switched to the second stereo monitor output that you've set up, 3 and 4, or they can both be set to 1, 2, or 1 to 1 and 1 to the other. Generally though, you'll use these just set to the same feed as the main monitor feed, output 1, 2, which is your main stereo mix, right? And then finally here you've got this control pot and a switch. Now that switches in direct monitoring. Generally you do not use direct monitoring when you are working recording. You never use direct monitoring. You always monitor through the software, okay, but you have that option there. And then you've got 2 48-volt phantom switches here to switch phantom power to the mic sockets if you've got mics plugged in. This one switches phantom power in for inputs 1 to 4, and that switches phantom power in for inputs 5 to 8. Okay, they can both be in. Now you've got phantom power to all your 8 microphone sockets, or to none. Alright, so that's the unit. It's simple, right? Nothing fancy, easy to use. Okay, so I've got the unit plugged into the mains now, and just to show you the powering up, this button here, the power button labelled standby, it's non-latching. So to switch the unit on, you just dab it in and out, you know, you just press it and it pops back out because it's non-latching. Boom. and little light flashes here, and then it's on, and you can see the little blue edge on either side of the LCD display. To put it in standby mode, you hold the power button in, and then it goes off, and that green eco thing appears, and now it's in off standby. Okay, so let's connect it up with USB. USB connector goes in here. Und then if it plugs the other end into the iMac. Oh, there she goes, she's plugged in. Now, visually nothing's happened on the unit there. Now something has happened on the Mac. It says Logic Pro X is scanning your system for audio devices and has detected a device named M-Track 8. That's a Logic message. So we'll do use. Okay, and it's now initializing the core audio for the M-Track 8. All done. So let's look at the Logic Pro preferences for audio. There it is, M-Track 8 is set. I was using the Scarlett Solo before. M-Track 8 is selected for the output and input. It's that simple. There's no software to install, and the lowest sample buffer size you can set, like most audio interfaces, is 32 samples. I'll leave it on 64 samples. Okay, so it's on a Mac. It's painless. You just plug it in. Your audio software finds it and installs it straight away. There's no software to install or anything like that, and it comes with no software or anything. Perhaps for Windows you need to install software, I don't know, okay? But there it is. So now I've got a little lick thing going here. Let's turn the monitor level down. I've got the outputs on the back, you can just see here, connected to a pair of KRKs. Let's just see if it's playing back. Yeah. Very nice indeed. Nice clean sound. So, painless, right? Okay, let's give it a test. I've got a mic plugged into input 1 as a valve condenser mic, but it has its own power supply, so I don't need phantom power actually. So the mic's plugged in input 1. I've got a guitar plugged into input 2, and because I'm plugging an instrument directly into an input on this input 2, I'm using the instrument switch to get me a good level. Now, I'll be honest, the metering isn't that detailed on the front, so you set the level for your mic and line inputs paying attention to the level on your software tracks, right? So I've got a vocal track set up here. Let's try the mic first. Put input monitoring on. 1, 2. You just set your level, 1, 2. So I'm not a singer, but let's give it a go. 1, 2, yeah. Not bad. Let's just try a little recording there. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. That's when my love comes tumbling down, yeah. I got many rivers to cross, but I can't find my way home. No. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Let's have a listen back to that. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. That's when my love comes tumbling down, yeah. I got many rivers to cross, but I can't find my way home. No. Yeah, not bad. Okay, let's try a bit of guitar now. This is a Gibson with mini humbuckers. It's an old vintage Gibson, so might be a bit buzzy with the lights in here. We've got a clean amp modelling rig set up. This is one of Logic's built-in amp modelling rigs. And again, as I say, the guitar plugged into input 2, I'm using the instrument switch to get a good clean level. And again, set the input level paying attention to your software, because the metering isn't so detailed on the front. Sure, the guitar, yeah, it is buzzing a bit. But you get a nice, you get the tone nice of the guitar. Yeah, not bad at all, that, yeah. So there you go. Nice inputs, good mic preamp, sounds good. But this unit, we got it to record 8 tracks at the same time from 8 mic preamps, right? So let's check it out, recording 8 simultaneous tracks. Okay guys, so let's do a test to see if the M-Track 8 can record 8 simultaneous tracks at the same time easily. I've got the M-Track 8 here, I've got 8 line inputs plugged into the 8 inputs. It'll be the same for microphones, whether you're using a mic or a line input, doesn't affect the data rate that's being recorded, right? So I've got 8 line inputs feeding the 8 inputs, and those 8 line inputs, I don't know if you can just see over here, they're coming from an old Fostex 8-track there. It's a bit tired, some of the head is a bit worn out, tracks 1, 2 and 3 are a little bit dodgy, but it's providing 8 simultaneous inputs into this M audio, right? So here I've got Logic, and I've got 16 tracks. The first 8 are set to this track is receiving on input 1 there, look, input 1, second track input 2, third track input 3, fourth track input 4, fifth track input 5, sixth track input 6, seventh input 7, eighth track input 8, and then from 9 through to 16 it's again input 1, input 2, input 3, input 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So let's take the first 8 tracks, hold down shift, select them all, put them into record ready, input monitor mode on, and I'm going to play back from the tape machine, and let's see if it records 8 simultaneous tracks. Now this is on a 3.4 gig i5 iMac quad core with 8 gig of RAM. Okay, so here we go. And we're recording, I hit play on the tape, here we go. Okay, that was 1 minute of recording, but I have tried this. Recording longer for 4 minutes, and it just recorded fine. As you can see, it's recorded the 8 tracks fine. Take them out of input monitor mode, out of record ready mode, and they're playing back fine, recording fine. As I said, the tape heads are a bit dodgy on tracks 1, 2 and 3, but it's recording 8 tracks simultaneously just fine. Okay, so let's put the next 8 tracks into record. Again, these are receiving on inputs 1 to 8, right? And let's see if it can play back 8 tracks while it records 8 more tracks simultaneously, right? Start recording from there. So here's the next 8 tracks, put them all into record ready, all into I won't have the input monitor on because what I'm going to record won't be in sync with the other 8 tracks, right? So we'll record, it'll play back these 8 tracks, which you'll hear, and it will record 8 more tracks. Here we go. So now it's recording the other 8 tracks. As it plays back, the 8 tracks already recorded. There you go. Play back 8 tracks while recording 8 more tracks simultaneously. Works fine. Now I'll play all of them back together, but they're going to be out of sync because I didn't sync the tape machine. I could try moving these roughly like that. Okay, so here's all the 16 tracks playing back. It played back 8 while recording 8 more. Okay, right, so that's fine. But I mean, that's on a 3.4 gig i5 iMac. the whole point of a unit like this is we want to take it into the studio with a laptop to record, right? So let's try the same thing with a little MacBook Air, which is the most basic MacBook you can get with the lowest level processor. Okay, so let me set it up with that. Okay guys, and now the same thing with the little MacBook Air. Okay, again I've got the 8-line inputs coming from the Fostex into the 8 inputs of the M Audio M-Track 8. That's plugged into this little MacBook Air. Okay, this is a 1.4 gigahertz dual core with 8 gig of RAM and 128 gig SSD for the hard disk. Okay, this is the lowest level MacBook you can get. Okay, and just like on the iMac, I've got 8 tracks set up ready to record, then I've got a further 8 tracks ready to record. Okay, so let's try recording the first 8 tracks, and I'll bring up the level on the M Audio unit here so we can hear the tracks with input monitor playing through the Logic and out of the speakers, because there's no screen capture here, right? I'm just doing it with the camera. So hit record, here we go. And I don't want the click on. Okay, and hit play on the tape, here we go. Okay, that was a minute and a half of recording. So, it recorded the 8 tracks fine. Let's go back to the beginning. I need to get the next 8 tracks, put them into record, input monitor on, and here we go. It'll play back 8 tracks while recording 8 more, hopefully. Here we go. Yep, fine. So as you can see, the little MacBook Air here records 8 tracks, plays back 8 tracks, and records another 8. Fine. Okay. I don't know if I can get these synced up. I doubt it. There, that might be roughly in sync. Let's hear that. Yeah, so there you can see on the MacBook Air it's recording 8 tracks fine, and then you can record another 8 tracks while playing back 8 tracks. Yep, so fine. There you go. Simultaneous 8-track recording on an iMac and a MacBook Air. Everything works good. Okay. Yeah, so there you go, the M Audio M-Track 8. As I said, I got this unit sent over from M Audio specifically because we're going to make this video showing how to record your band in a rehearsal studio. And for that you must have an audio interface with 8 microphone preamps. So hence I chose the M-Track 8, and also it's a very good price. Now here we can see it on Tomman, which is, Tomman is a good indicator of a street price, a low street price. £299, €349. You know what I mean? Good price. Won't cost you too much. Remember, the whole band will chip in to contribute to the equipment you need to record, right? Now there are other options you could go for, like there's this cheap Behringer UMC 1820. It's cheaper, it's £50–60 cheaper than the M Audio, but although it's got 8 mic pre's and USB, what we need, Behringer don't have such a good reputation for long-term reliability. Or you could go for something like the Focusrite Scarlett 18i20 second gen, 8 mic pre's, USB, but it's much more expensive. £427, €499. or you know, something like the Presonus Audio Box 1818 VSL. Now this is very close in price to the M-Track 8, £307 or €359. It's got 8 mic pre's and it's USB, right? But it's only got the single headphone socket. So that's why I went for the M-Track 8. It's fractionally cheaper, but good quality preamps, good reliability. M-Audio got good reliability. But you've got 2 headphone sockets, each with their independent volume control. And that is super important when you're working in your home studio, because you want one pair of headphones for you to listen and monitor while you're doing the engineering, and another pair of headphones for the singer or guitarist, the performer, to monitor on while they sing or play and record. So that's why I came down for this unit. 2 headphone sockets, good loud volume with their own independent volume control. Okay, so yeah, the M-Track 8. And incidentally, just to show you, in your system preferences on Mac, you can use the M-Track 8 for your general system audio in out. It works easily and you just select it and off you go. It will work for your music stuff, Cubase, Logic, Ableton, etc. when you're doing proper music projects, but it'll also work for your general day-to-day Mac audio in out, iPlayer, YouTube, etc. Yeah. I'm presuming it's the same for Windows as well. Okay, so I hope that's useful. The M-Track 8, and look out for the forthcoming video. We've got this unit for 30 days on loan, so in the next 30 days we will be delivering this video showing you how to record your band in a rehearsal studio, and you can get quite good results actually, so look out for that one, and I hope that's useful, and I'll see you soon.